p.m. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again.
You ain't see me activated. You better hope that you never see me agitated. I think about my actions, plan them out, evaluated. That's how I end up on the top, man, I'm calculated. My mind's a weapon, my body is the engine. I'm never.
Then, my military background and everything, you know, I was like, you know, it needs to be a boot camp, because in a boot camp, they kind of get to the core of who you are and then build you back up to, you know, what you should be. So I wanted the boot camp element because I wanted the girls to have a sense of urgency. And the wholeness is a lifetime journey. That's why we have this infinity sign, because it's an everyday thing.
I got to regain who I am and what they taught me to love me, and I can still give love.
I heard about the boot camp and I felt like it was something I prayed for, like it was something that would take me to the next level.
So first we did prayer, and it was great because everyone had a chance to really feel the energy of the lake, and the sun had just come up. It was beautiful. And to segue then into meditation and yoga it was coupled perfectly to do that. I was very centered. It's something I personally try to practice every day, and I definitely enjoyed it. I don't know about them, but I enjoyed it.
Down through the left foot and out through the left fingers. Breathe into the space between the ribs. Diana, this is good for your breath, okay, honey? Good. This is going to get you a more deeper volume of breath.
You have your journals, got your pens, okay, ready to pour out? Okay, so let's start with some dialogue. First question I want to ask is, why are you here? So I want you to really focus. There's purpose in everything that we go through. It's by design. But getting to a point where you realize that enough is enough, okay, something's got to change, is where you are right now, okay? You're at your threshold. Okay, I gotta cross over this line, excuse me, and go forward into something new, something brand new, something good, something different from what I've always known. All that nonsense, that negativity.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you all are energetic and ready to have breakfast and have a really good time. We're gonna do a little food therapy session that's gonna really get you started and ready for the rest of the day.
We want our place to be full of purpose. Know that they're loved, they're successful, they're worthy, they have purpose, that they're great, and that they're whole. So when they go out and they say that my plate is full, it has a meaning.
Now that we know who we are, now that we got these words here, now it's time to leave these words behind and go to the next step in our life. So sometimes we gotta go through fire, sometimes we gotta go through hard pressure. Sometimes crack your egg and see what happens when you crack your egg. And as you crack, we cracking on this, we leaving this behind. Now we're going to the next stage in our life. Where this here, right here was yesterday. So when you crack this, we're at a new level in our lives.
My purpose here today is to help the women really look at relationships in their lives. Not only the relationship with their self, but the relationship with their loved ones, friends, family, etc. And just examine how they're communicating in those relationships and how they can be better. We are going to examine exactly what's going on in their relationships, who kind of grinds their gears, what are those triggers, and how to make sure that their response to those triggers. The Wholeness House to me is innovative. It's going to the root in a particular community. It's taking these women to understand where they are, where they can go. The Wholeness House to me is communication. It's showing that you need to open up and you give what you get and vice versa.
There was a point in my life where everyone thought I had it all. Everyone figured that I was the happiest person in the world. But deep down inside, I was hurting.
Just thinking, I used to think my mama being a crackhead was my fault. Did I do something? I thought that was my fault.
Let those things be memories. Store them in the back and know that I'm not going back to that place. But don't let it be on the forefront. It ain't paying rent to be right there. My session was on power. And it is a real That was one of the most real things that I learned going through my own journey. And I learned about control dramas in a way that I was able to teach it to other people. And control dramas are things that basically people use to steal your energy. So in my class, we talked about the serenity prayer and how to understand and discern what you can change and what you can't, before we went into understanding who was stealing our energy. And then once we found out who was stealing our energy, then I showed them a vision board. I showed them what vision board you allow people to create for you when you're not in control of your energy. I still have areas that I need to get whole in, but I'm whole enough to know that I need to teach others, that I need to give what I know back right now. And maybe by giving it back, I'll be learning more about me too. That is our goal on this earth too. When you're a mother, when you're a parent, you're supposed to make a better relationship, a better child, a better generation. Entire goal here is to infect the world like a cancer with love. What I teach these girls, I want them to go teach somebody else, and then they teach somebody else, and then now love is being spread around, and then you can't do nothing about it because it's cancerous.